Hello dear viewers and welcome to another episode of Kebab Connoisseur. I'm once again sending you my greetings from Liverpool's not so affluent Kensington area, and I'm on my way to grab a kebab for lunch. Obviously, being lunchtime and still daytime, most kebab shops are unfortunately not open yet. So the only place that is still open at this point apparently is a place called UK Fried Chicken. So a fried chicken shop. We are already used to reviewing kebabs from fish and chip shops. Did it multiple times on this channel, but I think this is gonna be the first time of me actually reviewing a kebab from a dedicated fried chicken shop, or I suppose not a dedicated. Anyway, I would like to show you a bit how streets look in one of these alleys in Kensington, so have a look here. Now you might notice that there's quite a lot of rubbish. Of course, you need an SUV. There's so much rubbish on the street, you need to somehow avoid it. To be honest, I've not seen this much rubbish since I was in Cambodia, and plenty of streets there are cleaner than this. So we are now on the main road called Kensington, and I hope that this UK Fried Chicken is actually open. Hello? Which kebabs do you have?
Yeah, doner kebab, chicken kebab, mixed kebab.
Can I get this large lamb shish kebab?
Yes, anything else?
No, that's it.
£7, please.
Okay, so that was it. This was UK fried chicken kebab. So instead of a doner, I saw they had a shish kebab for £7, so I think roughly the same price as a large doner. So I took a large that one. I'm curious how it is. And yeah, it was quite nice. The owner or the worker there, I'm not sure which one it is from Turkey, and then we chatted. I told him how I visited a lot of places in Turkey, which you have seen earlier on my channel, and we talked about property prices in different countries. It took quite a while to get this kebab made, but luckily the chatty owner made it pleasant to wait, and I just totally forgot about the time. I was considering to potentially do a review somewhere on the street, but now it started raining again. I'll just do it in my Airbnb, which is very close to here. Alright, dear viewers, so greetings once again from the inside of my Airbnb room. I will first show you how this kebab looks like, and then we will weigh it. Unfortunately, this kebab feels very light to me, but let's measure it now. 400 grams. Now I know I definitely ordered the shish kebab, which is gonna be more expensive because it's less processed meat, but still 400 grams, apparently a large shish kebab for £7. That's quite expensive. This is, however, how the box looks like inside. It is pretty good. A colorful selection of vegetables: lettuce, cucumber, onions, tomatoes and chili peppers. And here, inside the pita bread, they've put the actual pieces of shish meat and chili and garlic sauce. It does look tasty, but the size, I find it slightly concerning. This kebab, we can start eating it as a sandwich fairly quickly, because they did open the pita and put meat in, but still we'll need to finish roughly half of the meat before we can stick salad inside. This place is called UK Fried Chicken, therefore they are not claiming to be kebab specialists, but they do have it, and they are open before 4 p.m, so good on them. That was the only place where I could grab my late lunch today. It is quite nice to eat shish for a change. The chili sauce is definitely spicy, cannot fault them there. It's a very good chili sauce. Tomato, this tomato feels a bit old and dated. The rest of the salad is okayish. So yeah, you can see this pita now, it's kind of like a big pocket inside, and I'll try to put some salad in it. and then eat it as a sandwich. It will still be too much salad to eat all of it, but we'll give it a go. A slight concern is that its pita is already falling apart. Now the problem I have here is that all the meat is of course still at the bottom, so if I put salad on top, then it does not get mixed well, obviously. I need to somehow try to push it inside in between the pieces of meat, but then for all of it, it seems that pita is still quite small. It's not really possible to do so. Now this lettuce is quite finely shredded, so it should very easily fill the gaps here. I do have to admit, actually, for these shish kebabs, which contain a lot bigger pieces of meat, it is not that easy to actually eat them as a sandwich. That goes better with a doner, which has thinly sliced strips of meat. With this one, pulling them out piece by piece is easier, because sometimes if you bite off 2 or even 3 chunks of shish, you will have trouble chewing it. So exactly what I mentioned now happened. I bit through like 3 different chunks of meat, and then they are quite hard to bite off. Unfortunately, now towards the end this is just totally falling apart. Seems I should try to finish this as much as I can as a sandwich and then eat the rest from a box. The chili sauce is top notch. So it is one of the spiciest chili sauces I've ever eaten in a kebab. And yeah, it's very good. This one gives you a properly spicy kick. I'm not 100% sure why they put this tissue at the bottom, because it just it gets a bit hard to eat from it, and then it's better to just eat from the styrofoam box. I kind of reached my last chunk of meat, but still plenty of lettuce left, and some onions and 1 chili pepper. It was like a vegetarian kebab now. So, what to say about this kebab? Well, I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I was thinking 2.5 or 2. Now, first of all, let's say the positives. The chili sauce is top notch. One of the best chili sauces I've tried. Meat is also decent, exactly the type of meat I would expect from a shish. But what really puts it down is the ratio of meat and vegetables. Now, I do understand that shish meat is more expensive than doner meat. I expected to get a bit less, but you know, when you get 400 grams in a large kebab and more than half of it is salad, there could be a bit more meat in it. The problem is, even though I was trying non-stop to mix salad and meat while eating it as a pita, I still ran out of meat and pita completely towards the end. Well, I left 1 bite just so that the aftertaste tastes like meat and not like vegetables. But you know, for large parts of the kebab, particularly towards the end, I was just eating from salad, which to be honest wasn't very good. It was especially problematic regarding tomatoes, which seemed quite old and stale. So what to say about this place? Would I recommend it or not? I think I still would recommend it. I don't think this is a particularly good kebab, and to be fair, from a UK fried chicken shop I did not necessarily expect a top kebab either, but the chili sauce, that's why I would visit it again. Maybe next time I would try doner. But the chili sauce, top notch, one of the best I've tried in UK, if not the best one. So therefore, if you like a spicy chili sauce, I can definitely recommend this place. And as I've said, if I ever come in this neck of the woods again, I will probably go for a doner. Maybe a doner kebab would have been better if I had gotten more meat. So yeah, this is it. My last day in Liverpool, at least at this point in time. I am leaving the city in roughly 2 hours. And as always, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at some point in the next episode. So, that was UK Fried Chicken, another shop riding on the kebab train while specializing in serving another type of food. I broke away from my habit of ordering doners and ordered a chicken shish, which seemed affordable at £7 for a large portion. However, the scale does not lie, and disappointment ensued when it clocked merely 400 grams on the scale. Considering vegetables occupied more than half of the portion, with the rest being split between meat, bread and sauces, this kebab is certainly not what one would desire on a rainy winter day. At 57 grams per pound, it is one of the most expensive kebabs I have reviewed in the UK and, by proxy, the rest of the world. Even the average British daily wage buys merely 4.3 kilograms of this kebab. The chili sauce, while being excellent, could not on its own overcome a bad meat-to-vegetable ratio, and consequently the kebab scored nearly 2 out of 5 for taste. I would personally still be prepared to give this shop another go because of the spiciness of the kebab, but I would order a doner instead of a shish and hope for a larger portion. That is all for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time in another episode.